Hey there, people. So I'm back here with an update. As you can see, I have these packs on my chest and one on my left side of my abdomen that I'll discuss in further details later. But I got a very good update about my health here recently. I'm back from the Vallejo in the East Bay over to Oakland in the East Bay at Lifelong Medical. I was able to get my doctor, my physician, her name is Dr. Khan, to palpate the tumors that I had felt over my body and found about 18 months ago. If you go back and watch some of my first videos, you'll see the discoveries of the tumors that I started to discover all over my body, starting with the right axillary area. Eventually, they were all over my chest, all over in my right axillary area, eventually all in my abdomen, all up my spine, all in the soft parts of my abdomen, all in my lower abdomen, in all of my joints, shoulder joints, hip joints, behind the knee, down the legs, into the feet, down the hands, the wrist joints, elbow joints, all through the neck, all in my face, all in the base of my skull, all around the crown of my skull for sure. The fibroids are all there. So that is actually what the doctor determined after palpating the tumors, that they were fibroids. And fibroids are basically bands of thick connective tissue that is kind of like knotted up. At least that's what some of the research says, but other research says that it's a lot of toxins that the body has not been able to eliminate, and therefore starts to solidify and can calcify and start to impinge and put pressure and compression upon nearby structures, organs, joints, nerves, and so forth. So what I want to say is that after 18 months of finding out and struggling with all of this health issues, of finding out that the main antagonist of my health is fibroids. Excuse the beat. And what I've learned about fibroids from studying fibroids, you don't usually get them all over the body. They usually are in the uterus because they are easily produced by large amounts of estrogen in the body, as opposed to a progesterone imbalance. But they can also grow all over the body, all over the muscles, all in the soft tissue spaces. And what they can do is cause you to lose fat cells. They cause in pancreatic insufficiency. They cause digestive issues. They cause lung disease, heart disease. Your body is not able to absorb fat. You're deficient in vitamins A, D, E, and K. You have a ravenous appetite, probably experiencing a lot of pain, inflammation throughout different parts of the body, or so forth. So, with that being said, I am at a point now of trying to find natural remedies to eradicate and eliminate the fibroids and the growth of the fibroids from my body. I live in the hood, so it's loud outside. I can't really do too much about that. People gonna pull up bumping their music. You're gonna hear people out there talking about all kind of nonsense. So you gotta forgive the background noise that you hear over here. So back to what I was saying about the fibroids. What I've learned about fibroids is basically that when sodium chloride channels are not functioning properly in the body, the sodium and the chloride begins to form a saltwater solution across the transmembrane, across the cell's transmembrane. And if you know anything about saltwater or osmosis, saltwater drains the water from a solution that has no salt in it. So the side of the cell membrane that has the saltwater solution in it is going to dehydrate the side of the transmembrane that does not have any sodium chloride in it. So in the body, the sodium chloride has these channels, and the chloride is supposed to go into the channel, and the sodium is supposed to come out of the channel. But if those channels have a blockage due to any type of gene or any type of nutritional deficiencies, then that sodium and that chloride will not diffuse through the channels properly, and the chloride ions or the sodium ions may stay stuck on one side, and the ions will coagulate together and form sodium chloride, which is salt, which will form salt water, which will dehydrate the opposing side of the cell membrane. So that eventually causes the thickening of the mucus, which is on the opposite side of the cell membrane. The water, the mucus, the water is pulled from the mucus starts to harden. As it hardens, you get these blockages, or these fibroids that start to form in the body, and that's basically what the fibroid is, these blockages left. You watched one of my videos where I talk about the lymphatic system, about how the toxins build up and you're not able to eliminate the toxins, and they form these fibrous connections that dwell within the tissues and the cells of the body. And what happens is it becomes hereditary. So once you get this defective deficient cellular makeup, you pass that on to your offspring, and so then they are growing up with fibroids, and the trouble, the complications of fibroids that you may not even notice, because it takes a long time before a lot of the issues manifest. It's a process, but it's one that you can easily track and trace. So I started this therapy, as you guys know, the Gerson therapy, about 1.5 years ago. And my mom brought that to me, and that consists of drinking green juice, carrot apple juice, eating a no-salt diet and a no-sugar diet, and basically low carb diet, all natural organic foods. It also involves some colonics, using organic coffee. That I started a year and a half ago. A little after that, I started to research Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi's whole premise is that mucus is the cause of all of these diseases, and that kind of follows everything that I've uncovered with the fibroids, is that they're a disease of mucus and buildup of mucus that is allowed to solidify because of the dehydration processes that are going on within the cell membrane. Excuse that beat. Once it's solidified, it can start to calcify, and then those become benign tumors. And as those benign tumors leave the adult cells and go into the stem cells and the poietic cells, then you get what you call cancer or AIDS or any other host of diseases that these fibroids can cause by impinging upon or taking away the optimal efficiency of an organ. You get pancreatic insufficiency, you can get liver disease, you can get heart disease, you can get lung disease, you can get kidney disease, diabetes, digestive issues, all kind of diseases that you're probably not aware of. So anyway, now I'm also doing the apple cider vinegar because it has polyphenols. Polyphenols helps restart the hippocampus. They also help to clean out toxins. It's poison to these fibroids. You put them down in that body, you'll feel them burning out. You'll feel them sloshing out. You'll start shitting like a sailor. Or do they only pee? Anyway, something that you really want to put into your diet. It's the best killer, apple cider vinegar, because it has polyphenols. Polyphenols are the best way to kill these fibroids. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, but they have to be green, tart apples. Also, I want to have a quick overview of what I got on right here. These are castor oil packs, and they're cotton or wool soaked in castor oil, covered in plastic, taped onto my body, because castor oil can penetrate the lymph through the skin, the lymph and the blood vessels, and clear and push the toxins out through the skin. So you can drink 1 ounce a day, as well as the apple cider vinegar. Get your bananas in for your vitamin K, and your potatoes in, and get out in that sunlight so you can get that vitamin D. Build yourself up and get yourself ready to fight. Get yourself ready for the battle. If you're experiencing any kind of disease, it's a disease of mucus, which is basically fibroids in a nutshell. Castor oil, apple cider vinegar, bananas, potatoes, and soaking in the castor oil, drinking the castor oil, soaking in apple cider vinegar, drinking apple cider vinegar. Those are the main ways to get that going. This right here is my castor oil, so I'm going to be having a long night. I let that sit, so it's real thick. And so yeah, I only got one on the left side right now and one on the right side, so we'll see how it goes. Y'all, please like, share, comment on the videos. Make sure you subscribe for any feedback. I hope to help heal the world. Spread love.